we got to get into it. We got to get right into it. Every single freaking month, we got to get into it. It's a brand new month. You guys are doing carries. You're eating your eggs, eating the honey. You're getting pumped. All right, but we got to do something for the mind. So what are we going to do? Well, here's what I recommend. The monthly book haul. All right, the monthly tome. You either go to a Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, or you go to the library and you buy yourself a book. It's that bloody simple. We're going to aim to read at least 12 books a year. And if you're not a reader, you need to change that. Because reading will give you insight. Reading will help you focus. Reading will give you new ideas that you just don't have. You're stuck in your own thought loops. You need other wisdom from successful people, from people that have thought about things longer than you, that have lived a different life. You need to be getting that wisdom. Now, I don't want to stress you out and be like, yeah, read a bunch. No, I think you should focus, man. If you're a carpenter, you want to build something, you get a carpenter book. If you're trying to learn to do something more specific, then you get a book on that, all right? Coding, building something, creating something, building something. You can get a book about anything. You use this as an investment. I say buy it, dude. I truly believe that buying one book, one good book, can pay itself off 1,000 times over. Way more than that, too. I'm just putting a number on it, but 1,000 times over. You get one thing that you begin to implement in your life. That'll actually help you. It'll propel you forward and bring you out of any rut that you're in. I really believe this, man. I truly, truly believe this. I think you should ask yourself a question. What kind of books do I want to read? What do interest me? You know, I was at the bookstore the other day, and I was like, you know, I really want to get this this philosophy book. But I've read philosophy, so I put down the book, and I got literally a workout journal, because I thought that would serve me better at the time. So I put down the philosophy, and I got something that will actually serve me. A workout book I can actually track. You know, I'm going to be going to the gym. Me and the boys were doing the looks maxing in our high Thumos group. We're starting on the 10th. This is perfect, just in time. This is what I need. I need to focus. That's the book I got. I also got a few other ones, man. But you know, sometimes you just need a good story. Something that takes you and gives you, you know, uses your imagination, makes you look at the world as like this big, wonderful thing. You start to look at the world as, man, this is wonderful. This is epic. You know, sometimes stories is exactly what you need to get you inspired, to relate to set the fire in the belly. So here's a few things that I got, man. I got the old Dostoevsky. I think that's how you say his name. I always had trouble pronouncing it. The Brothers Karamazov. So just started this. This is supposed to be killer. One of the best novels, they say, of all time. We'll see about that. I got Strategy. This is a history of strategy. This is a thick tome right here, man. So far, so good. Really enjoying this. Strategy by Lawrence Friedman. And this is by R.R. Verdi, The First Binding. Okay, this is a fantasy novel. I've always really appreciated fantasy. Their stories have been stories that invigorate me, inspire me. And this I picked up because it's supposedly like The Name of the Wind, which leads me to the last thing. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Is there's 3 things. Can't talk today, dude. All right, can't talk today, but that's all right. There's 3 books that I think every young man especially would really benefit from reading. The first one is The One Thing by Gary Keller. All right, very fundamental in my life. It lays a great foundation. It kind of provides clarity with what you need to do. All right. The next one is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. You've probably heard of The Hero's Journey. This is the perfect story, the perfect hero's journey, in my opinion. This book actually made me fall in love with reading and really appreciate reading. Whereas I would always watch YouTube videos and TV and stuff. But when I picked up this book, I was like, man, there's something amazing here, that I can enjoy this story. I can get all these nice thoughts and kind of these parallels to my own life. I can relate to this main character, this heroic character. I really can't recommend that book enough. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. The third one is Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff. This book right here really helped me understand social dynamics, how to handle hot-headed people, how to handle type A, people that get angry quickly, how to handle people that are maybe a little fearful and quiet, how to put down tension, how to how to just say things in a way that relate to people. This really, really helped me with sales. When I got into the car industry, I was selling cars. It really helped me. As soon as I read this book, my income went up. Like, my income just shot up because of this book. It was like a light went off. Ba-ding. Like, boom. That's it. Bingo, man. Bingo. This is the missing info. You know, a lot of times, we're at a place in our life. Hope you guys will hear me out here. You're at a place in your life, and you're impatient. You kind of see where you want to be, but there's like a giant pit. There's a chasm that's just there, and you want to cross that, but you're not sure how. You have to put a bridge. The wisdom, the knowledge, is the bridge that's going to get you to point A to point B. With action, of course, we know this. But like, oftentimes, if you're at a point in your life, it's because you don't have the right wisdom to go to the goal. You just don't know. There's too many like nuanced things. That's why like a lot of YouTube videos, it's helpful to a degree, but sometimes when they say focus, you hear everyone telling you to focus, focus, focus. It's saying, listen, take a look at your problem or where you're at and where you want to be, and focus on finding a solution to that thing. So it's very simple. Like, if you're trying to make more money, there's a reason you're not making more money. Maybe you've just started a business. That's where you need to focus. Is your product ready? Are you selling? Are you doing any marketing? How are you selling this thing? Are you even do you even have a product, or is it just an idea? You need to take a look at where you are and then focus on a solution. You're trying to get a better body. What do you want to do? Okay, you got a pretty fat body, right? Or maybe you're too skinny. What's the solution? Maybe the solution is you join the High Thumos group and you get in for the Looks Max challenge on the 10th. Because all these guys are going to do it. You see transformations. You be held accountable. That's maybe a solution. But I'm just using this as an example. Listen, you got to think for yourself. What is it that I'm at? Where am I at right here? And what do I do to cross this pit? Because if you don't keep looking, if you don't hunt, if you don't knock, the door will not be open. If you don't seek, you won't find. You just sit and be stagnant. So you want to keep progressing. You want to keep looking for that answer. Okay? Don't get weighed down. You want a better relationship? There's people that have done this. There's like, you go out there and you get a relationship and you be in a relationship. Maybe you read some of the Rational Mayo. Everyone likes to talk about that. It's a good book, though. It was the first book where this guy he took this amalgamation of knowledge, and he condensed it together, and he gave it to the world to see, like, this is the pitfalls, these are the traps. Be knowledgeable about these things. All right, and it helped a lot of guys. So I can't beat it up because it helped me when I was younger, even though I'm so sick of hearing it parroted off nonstop online. Anyway, that's it, man. That's really it. Like, I highly recommend you do the monthly book haul. 1 book a month. All right, 12 books a year. If you just make a habit to read 30 minutes a day, you will have read 1,000 books, roughly estimated, by the course of your lifetime, by the time it's up. Compared to someone that reads maybe, 1 book every year, 1 book every so often. Some people don't read. Can you imagine that? How much more personality are you going to have if you read and you have good stories? Humans are storytellers. We've been doing this since the dawn of time. So, telling stories, relating truths through stories, ideas, all of this through stories, through, other people writing this down for us, passing it on, even when they die. There's the wisdom for you to pick up. It just takes a bit of effort. Okay? And I really think that it'll help you calm your brain down. You'll have more equanimity. You'll be more like peaceful, because it's not like a scroll. It's this side-to-side motion of the eyes that actually, scientifically, the data shows relaxes you. Look up Andrew Huberman. Moving your eyes left to right will actually take away anxiety, and it actually boosts testosterone. Okay? Like, it's actually insane, dude. You just sit there and read. You relax. You're not like this, like scrolling through your phone, next. You're sitting there with a dead piece of paper, a dead tree. You're sitting there. You are conjuring up images that is going to increase your imagination, get you out of ruts. It's one of the best things, man. I really want you guys to read. If you do not read, I really think that you're going to struggle. I think a lot of people don't read because they don't have humility. A lot of young guys, especially these days, I know some of the young guys, it's like they think they know it all. They think that their little world has told them everything that they need to know. But that's the trap of youth, is that you haven't grown up and you haven't faced adversity and you haven't really branched out and tried anything new. This happens especially if you haven't left home yet and you have this comfort, this nest. It leaves you, you're not curious. You're not as curious. You think everything's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine, man. Life is a game, and you got to learn how to play the game. And there's been many players that have played this game that have come before you, and they've paved the road. They've shown you. And there's guys out there still figuring out, but you gotta go forward and try. All right? That's all I gotta say, man. We're doing this in our group. Come join us. We start the Looks Max Challenge on the 10th. If you don't want to join that challenge, whatever, come join us anyways. We're going to be talking. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a bunch of fun. We're going to have a great month. And I hope to talk to you soon. Peace. Hi, Thumos, baby.